Nina, where are you?
I'm here.
Here you are.
I'm here.
What are you doing here? Deb said you were at her place, but I've been looking for you all day today.
Look, you really annoyed me. I found last night when you were rumbling around in your bag, I found this morning there's a yellow raincoat in there.
Yes, I'm the yellow coat killer from all those years ago. You're my next victim. Oh, that I can explain that.
Well, what's that all about?
Well, I've got a bit of a fetish for yellow raincoats, you see, so I wasn't going to tell you that, but I used to wear it at night around the plantation.
Look, you know, your problem before and, you know, how am I finding this out after 1 year we've been together and you've got a yellow raincoat? I mean,
Well, things could be worse. It could be pink.
yeah, but, you know Robinsons, what this was to them, you know, the murder that surrounded it and you know, you've got a yellow raincoat.
Yeah, well, I've got a bit of a fetish, I admit that. And I like wearing it sometimes when nobody's around.
No, you need to get rid of it. You need help. You need help. What do you think I thought of when I saw you half naked in a yellow raincoat?
Yeah, well, look, I do have a fetish and I really need your help. Okay, yeah, I admit it. But even when the kids were only knee high, I was running around the house in the bloody yellow raincoat.
Well, this is no good for our relationship. I mean, you need to have sessions with me and we've got to try and cure you from this because, you know, it's not good, not healthy at all. So the first thing we've got to do is burn it, okay?
Yes.
So where is it?
In the second bedroom, under my grandmother's bed. You want to go and get it with me?
Yes. My life with Jeff was hell, and I don't want the same with you. You know, with this yellow raincoat running around half naked. I mean, I just, I don't want that. We need to cure you, because otherwise there's no future. So we'll give it a go. Yeah, hopefully, because you need to get rid of it. You need to.
I know. And look, I'm in your hands.
Okay.
I really need your help, okay? I don't want anyone to know about this, please. It's really important that this stays between you and me. And when I first met you, it may seem selfish to you now, but I thought, wow, I think that Nina might be able to solve my problems with this matter. And, you know, to help me get over it, out of my head. And so I'm just opening up and being perfectly honest with you.
Well, I don't know how many sessions you're going to need. You might need thousands. Who knows?
Well, as long as they're with you, darling, I'm happy.
It's not good for our relationship, I can tell you.
This is it. Uncle Jeff is coming out of jail. None of us went to pick him up or went to meet and greet at his place.
Yeah, I just would have felt too awkward waiting at the house for him. You know,
I don't know, you his daughter. I thought you would have gone there.
Seb, I've been really caught lately, and since he's been in jail, I mean, at first it was terrible. I'd do anything to get him out and help him. But then I just started hearing things from people, and I realised that that's Jeff, that's his true colours. And I think I was blind.
He lied about a lot of things, you know, when we thought he was looking after Mum and he was going to visit her, but no. And that is just one thing out of so many.
So much has come out through this whole situation, and look, I don't know how he's going to adjust being out of jail. He's lost his credibility. He's got to start again.
He hasn't stepped into the house for 6 months. It's a big deal for him.
Yeah.
And coming out without a welcome committee, I don't know. I'm torn. Should we go? Should we? I don't know.
Look, I just don't think I'm really up for it right now. I'm feeling quite uncertain, particularly because he's no longer part owner of Purple Grove.
What do you mean? You had a proxy, you're going to return it to him?
No.
What do you mean, Deb?
After everything that's happened, I thought long and hard about this, Seb, and I think I've made the right decision for the family, for the business, and for my own sanity.
What did you do?
I sold the shares.
What? To who?
Oh, hi Jeff, how are you going? You're out of jail now. I wanted to be the first one to see you. How are you going?
Well, you haven't come to visit me.
I know, but I mean, I'm with David and what's been going on. I just couldn't get there, I'm sorry.
Well, it hasn't been easy. What's been happening?
Well, what's been happening? Well, it seems like Claire and David, they're just spending a lot of time together, and
What do you mean?
well, I'm really concerned.
No doubt they were trying to take the rest of my shares and conniving against me.
Oh, Purple Grove.
That's right.
You know how David is. You know, I really thought, you know, like he's like a snake. That's, you know, weaves in and out, and no wonder he's been acting so suspicious. Yeah, I'm really concerned. You know, so much for the marriage to him.
I warned you about David, what he's like. A leopard doesn't change his spots. In the 6 months I've been away, locked up, he wasn't going to change. He's just a person interested just in money and what he can get for himself. I warned you about that.
Well, I'm just realising that, but I mean, he's just so great in bed. Just melts my heart.
Look, I don't want to hear about that sort of stuff.
Right. Sorry. So, when did it all start? That's what we need to find out.
Well, thinking about it, many, many years ago when my brother and I started up Purple Grove, we had to work really hard. We needed to wear protective clothing, and we used to wear yellow coats, particularly me. And I used to wear it all the time. And when the kids came along, they were fascinated by it. And so I'd put it on at every available opportunity, you know, just to make them happy. And then suddenly I couldn't do without wearing it. And so I used to wear it all the time, and then I thought, what would it be like to hardly have any clothing on and wearing it? And luckily no one saw me like that, except you know who, you.
Nice to have you home. Come and sit down.
Nice to be here, nice to be out. Oh. So, nice to see you. I was a bit disappointed you didn't come and visit me more often.
I had a lot of responsibilities, you know, running the companies. I am sorry I didn't come in more often. sometimes thought it might be upsetting for you to be reminded about what's going on, you know, all through the families and things. 6 months, it flew by with all I had to do.
Well, 6 months for you, but not for me. It was horrible in there. You know, I only had 1 hour of exercise. The rest of the time confined.
I'm sure it was terrible. It was very hard to watch and even harder to go through, absolutely.
But that's why I wanted you to come and visit. I wanted to know how my purple growth was progressing.
You mean our purple growth, the family's purple growth?
Well, it's the same thing. I sacrificed my share to pay back all the monies that we've been fined, as well as funds going back to the humanitarian funds that were owed.
And we bought your shares at fair market price. I paid you what the going rate was. So did David. So there we sit. Were you hoping to regain them?
I expected us to take over from where we were. We're together, and that's what I was expecting.
In the past, you have not hidden things from me, but not disclosed everything. And while you were away, I had time to think. And really, if you want to continue in that vein, a woman needs to be nurtured and wooed, and the relationship needs work. Otherwise, I'm not going to just hand you everything. We were not at that point. We were not at the point of getting married, total commitment. We weren't there yet.
No, but it was part of the plan, and I explained it all to you. What I was concerned about was David's influence on you.
You say it was part of the plan. In your head it was part of the plan. You need to transmit that to me, and you didn't. You keep too much to yourself. You need to show me that you care and that you're prepared to work on this relationship. How do you feel about that?
Well, yes, I guess we can be a bit more open now.
Was Penelope aware of it?
You know, I think she was, or had suspicions of it. And that's probably why she wanted a divorce, just to be honest with you. But, yeah, that's where it all began. Years and years ago, when Jeff and I were building up the property, the Olive Grove.
The first step is we burn it off, okay? And then we just have to just see, you know, your fetish for it and the roots. It must stem from somewhere. You know, it must be more deeper than, you know, what you're saying. Maybe to childhood. I don't know.
Thank you, Nina. I think we're on the right track, and I just want to say, I love you.
So do I.
Well, Joe, thanks very much for what you've done so far. At least you've got me out of jail now. I'm out. But after 6 months, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy at all. It's affected me slightly, and now I've got a bigger task ahead. And that task is getting Purple Grove back. It's going to be a battle, but I intend to do it.
Well, I'm sorry that I couldn't make it shorter for you, but it's, you know, it's very hard, and all evidence is against you. But I did try my best to get you out, and now you are out. I'm glad that you get out of the jail and be a free man now. Well, regarding to getting back to Purple Grove, do you need me to help you with anything?
Yes, I do. What have you actually done about that? You might be a brilliant lawyer, as your father said, but I want to know what you've done. You haven't done anything. I need to get Purple Grove back, and if that's the case, I don't need you anymore. I'm going to say is simply useless to me. I have a high standard and I expect some results.
Well, I got you out of jail, so what do you expect me to do? I tried my best, and all the evidence is obviously against you.
Yeah, well, your
so-
best isn't good enough, basically. That's what it boils down to. This business with Sonia, is this serious?
Yes, we've been seeing each other for a while now, and I intend to take her to see my dad in Vietnam. Introduce her to my dad.
Well, when you go to Vietnam, might be an idea if you stayed there.
Why do you say that to me?
Well, look, Joe, you might have shortened my sentence, but I still had to spend 6 months in jail. 6 months. I've been accosted, I've been threatened, and the food was shit. And I'm not used to that. I've got a high standard. You have no idea what I had to do to survive. Well, for me, the fact you're going to Vietnam, this is it. Bon voyage.
Look, it's a complicated road, life is, I think. But when I came back to Australia and I found out that I wasn't Deb's father, I went round the twist again. And I just had an identity crisis, and somehow the yellow coat helped me deal with it. I don't know, but it just made me more secure, I think. And when I found out that I wasn't Deb's father and that Jeff was, how do you think that made me feel? So that's the issue I've got to address.
Well, Vera burnt the yellow raincoat, but you still had another one.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, that it's in my brain. I just had to have a yellow raincoat. I just couldn't do without it. You see. I think we just have the goal in mind. I get cured of this with your help, and knowing that we love each other dearly, that'll make it work.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, Claire, I'll get the timber, don't worry.
Dad, I need to talk to you about Claire and David. They're conspiring, and I think they've aligned together. And I'm no longer your proxy. You need to be aware. I don't know what they may be planning.
Yes, I suspected something like this. Well, we'll just have to come up with something, that's for sure. Have to come up with something. It'll be right, don't worry. Well, I lost a lot of money, you know that. I've got to try and balance out now where we stand. I'll come up with something. It'll be okay. How's Sean going? It was nice to see him the other day.
Yeah, no, he's good. We're doing really well, so yeah, very happy.
And what about children? You're planning?
I don't think that's on the cards after the 2 miscarriages. The doctor said I've got no chance of carrying a baby to term, and I just don't want to go through any more heartbreak.
Yeah, how was the boat?
Oh, good. Yeah, it was good. Good.
Yeah.
Lovely, beautiful day out there. The boat was great.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, I just want to talk to you about a couple of things.
Yeah.
Just a bit concerned lately that, well, I just want to say I want you to look after my mum.
Yeah,
You know, I love my mum, and now she's back in my life. I want to protect her, but I've been hearing some stories lately about some yellow raincoat.
So she told you about that, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, look, in the past I've had some issues with a fetish over a yellow raincoat, but Nina is helping me through that, and we're making really steady progress, and I love her dearly for the time and the effort she's put in for
Well, I
that.
hope so, because Deb told me a few things that happened a long time ago, and we sort of hoped that was in the past, but my mum come to me the other day saying that you're in a yellow raincoat. So I just want to say to you, mate, I love my wife, my mum. Anything that you do to hurt her, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but no, I'm gonna in fact put you in the ground or something. Right?
Okay.
So you look after her. You hurt one hair in the head, you're dead. And another thing, David, I've got some footage you might be interested in of you in a bar in Germany, and your brother-in-law Alex. You know what I'm talking about. So if you don't behave, everyone's going to see that footage. Do I make myself clear?
Very.